What's going on, everybody? I wanted to talk to you today about one of my favorite bands, and if I had to choose, probably my favorite album by that band. That is LA Woman by The Doors. This is the last album that they did with Jim. They actually broke away from Paul Rothchild on this one. He was going to produce it originally, and they had brought him some demos. They had played some of the songs for him, and he said he just wasn't really feeling it. Called one of them cocktail music. There's a debate whether that was, I think, Riders on the Storm, but then another source says it might have been Lover Madly, actually, that he was talking about. But he just wasn't feeling the energy. Said maybe they should do it themselves, and they kind of made a makeshift studio in their workshop, used upstairs and downstairs, and co-produced it with their longtime engineer Bruce Botnick. And this was essentially Jim's blues album. He finally got to do an album, or as close as he ever got to do an all blues album. And it really is a great final statement for the original group. It's strong. The music is very strong. Lover Madly and Riders on the Storm and the title track were the better known and maybe more of the hits or FM hits off the album. But there are some great deeper cuts here. I don't know if you can hear the Changeling in the background, one of my favorites off of here. Jim got, like I said, his blues with Cars Hiss By My Window and Been Down So Long. They pulled L'America, that was going to be used for a soundtrack previously for Zabriskie Point. That made it on the album. The Wasp, that had been around for a while. They finally put that on an album. But it's such a solid rockin' album, in my opinion. And it is the swan song of the original group. Of course, they wrapped it up not too long after. Jim headed to Paris, and then, as we all know, died in Paris in July. And of course, the original trio, they went on to still do a couple other things. They did Full Circle, Other Voices. They still played together and toured and did some shows together with Ray on vocals. But really, for a lot of people, the end of the Doors came with this album, LA Woman. And it was kind of, like I said, the swan song of the original group. But a very, very solid, blues-infected rock and roll album. LA Woman by The Doors, one of my personal favorites.